Your mind is your greatest power. Control it before it controls you. Listen to me carefully. The greatest battlefield you will ever face is not in a marketplace. It is not in your office. It is not in your bank account. It is in your mind. Right now, as you hear my voice, a silent force is shaping your future. It is determining whether you rise or whether you remain where you are. It decides whether you build wealth or build excuses, whether you create opportunity or create fear. That force is your own thinking. Your mind is your greatest power. But if you do not control it, it will control you. And when it controls you, it will whisper doubt. It will magnify obstacles. It will replay old failures like a broken record. But when you take command of it, when you discipline it, when you direct it with purpose, it becomes the most powerful instrument of achievement ever placed in human hands. Everything you see in America today began as a thought in someone's mind. Before the steel rose into the sky, before the railroads stitched the nation together, before fortunes were built and industries were born, there was an idea. A single, burning idea. Think of Andrew Carnegie. He arrived with little more than ambition and faith. Steel mills did not exist in his hands yet. Wealth did not surround him. But in his mind, he held a vision so definite, so persistent, that reality had no choice but to bend toward it. Consider Thomas Edison. Thousands of failed experiments. Thousands. Yet he did not say, "I have failed." He said, "I have found ways that do not work." That is the language of control mind. That is the discipline of thought that transforms setbacks into stepping stones. And remember Henry Ford. Experts told him the automobile was a toy. Bankers doubted him. Competitors mocked him. But he possessed definiteness of purpose. He saw highways before they were paved. He saw families driving before the world believed it possible. What was their secret? It was not luck. It was not formal education alone. It was not perfect circumstances. It was mastery of the mind. You must understand this truth. Your outer world is a mirror of your inner world. If confusion rules your thoughts, confusion will rule your results. If fear dominates your imagination, fear will shape your decisions. But if faith fills your mind, faith will guide your actions. And faith is not blind hope. Faith is disciplined belief. Right now, you may feel tired. You may feel overlooked. You may feel that others are ahead of you. But those feelings are not facts. They are interpretations created by your thinking. And thinking can be changed. Let me tell you a story. There was a young man who grew up in a small town. He watched others leave for bigger cities. He watched friends succeed while he remained behind. Every night, he would say to himself, "I am not lucky. I do not have connections. I do not have advantages." For years, nothing changed. Then one day, he asked a different question. What if the problem is not my circumstances, but my thinking? That single question began his transformation. He started to observe his thoughts. He noticed how often he expected rejection, how often he assumed failure before trying, how often he spoke to himself in a tone he would never use with a friend. So he made a decision, a firm decision. He would no longer allow his mind to wander without supervision. Each morning, he wrote one clear goal. One, not 10, not 20, one definite purpose. He read it aloud with conviction. He visualized it as already achieved. He replaced statements of doubt with declarations of belief. Within a year, his results changed. Not because the world changed first, but because he did. You see, the mind is like fertile soil. It does not question what you plant in it. Plant fear, and it will grow anxiety. Plant indecision, and it will grow procrastination. Plant faith and purpose, and it will grow opportunity. You must become the gardener of your own thoughts. Here is a practical exercise. Tonight, before you sleep, sit quietly for 10 minutes. No phone, no distraction. Ask yourself, what have I been thinking about most this week? Write it down. If your dominant thoughts are worry, resentment, or comparison, then you have identified the seeds you've been planting. Now ask yourself, do these thoughts move me closer to my definite purpose? If the answer is no, you must replace them deliberately. Replacement is power. The mind cannot hold two opposing ideas with equal strength at the same time. If you fill it with courage, fear has less room to operate. If you fill it with gratitude, bitterness weakens. Discipline your thoughts daily. Another exercise, create a mental gatekeeper. When a negative thought enters, do not fight it with panic. Examine it. Ask, is this thought based on fact or assumption? Most fear is assumption. Most doubt is imagination without evidence. Become the commander of your imagination. Imagination is a double-edged sword. It can build empires, or it can construct prisons. If you imagine success vividly and repeatedly, your mind begins to seek pathways toward it. If you imagine failure constantly, your mind will search for reasons to justify quitting. What are you rehearsing in your mind? Champions rehearse victory. Let us speak about definiteness of purpose. Drifting is easy. You wake up, you react, you respond to messages, you respond to demands. You move, but without direction. A ship without a destination will be moved by every current. You must choose your destination. Write it clearly, not vaguely, not someday, but specifically. I will earn this amount. I will build this business. I will master this skill. I will create this life. Clarity gives your mind instructions. Once you give it instructions, persistence becomes your ally. Persistence is not loud. It is not dramatic. It is steady. It is consistent action taken long after enthusiasm fades. Most people quit not because they lack talent, but because they lack mental endurance. When obstacles appear, the uncontrolled mind says, this is a sign to stop. The disciplined mind says this is a test of commitment. Every successful American story is built on persistence. From the pioneers who crossed uncertain lands to the entrepreneurs who started in garages, the pattern is the same. Faith, purpose, persistence. Let us address fear directly. Fear of failure, fear of criticism, fear of poverty. Fear is often nothing more than uncontrolled imagination. You imagine embarrassment. You imagine loss. You imagine judgment. But imagination can be redirected. Instead of imagining humiliation, imagine growth. Instead of imagining defeat, imagine resilience. See yourself standing again after falling. See yourself stronger because of adversity. Your subconscious mind does not distinguish sharply between vivid imagination and lived experience. Feed it images of strength, and it will begin to operate from strength. Every morning, practice this. Close your eyes and see your future self. See the confidence in your posture. Hear the certainty in your voice. Feel the calm assurance of someone who knows where they are going. Then step into that identity today. Act as the person you intend to become. Self-belief is not arrogance. It is alignment between your potential and your behavior. When you doubt yourself constantly, you sabotage opportunity. You hesitate. You shrink. You speak softly when you should speak boldly. But when you believe in your definite purpose, your energy changes. Your decisions sharpen. Others sense conviction. Conviction is contagious. Let me ask you a powerful question. Who would you be if you were not afraid? Write that answer down. That person is not imaginary. That person is buried under layers of untrained thinking. Peel those layers back. One of the greatest habits you can develop is the habit of self-analysis. At the end of each day, review your actions. Ask yourself, did I think in alignment with my purpose? Did I allow negativity to dominate? Did I act with courage? Do not condemn yourself. Evaluate yourself. Evaluation leads to improvement. You are not a victim of your past unless you continue to rehearse it. Your past may explain you, but it does not define you. The moment you choose a new dominant thought, you begin creating a new future. In this country, opportunity has always favored those who think boldly. The American dream is not handed to the hesitant. It is claimed by the decisive. Decision is power. When you make a decision, make it firmly. Indecision breeds doubt. Doubt weakens action. Weak action produces small results. Train yourself to decide quickly on matters of purpose and slowly on matters of quitting. And remember this: temporary defeat is not failure. It is feedback. Every setback carries instruction. Ask, what is this teaching me? Instead of, why is this happening to me? That shift alone will change your life. There will be days when motivation feels distant. On those days, rely on discipline. Discipline is the bridge between intention and achievement. Create routines that strengthen your mind. Read material that elevates your thinking. Associate with people who challenge your growth. Guard your mental environment. You would not allow trash to be dumped in your living room. Why allow in your mind? Protect your focus. Focus is concentrated thought directed toward a single objective. Scattered thought produces scattered results. Choose one major aim. Pour your energy into it. Refuse to be distracted by every new trend or comparison. Greatness is built by depth, not by constant switching. As you build mental control, you will notice something remarkable. Circumstances will begin to shift. Opportunities will appear. Doors will open. Not because the world suddenly changed, but because you did. When your mind is controlled, your emotions become allies instead of enemies. You respond instead of react. You plan instead of panic. You become steady, and steadiness is rare. In a world of noise, the disciplined mind stands out. Let me leave you with a final exercise. For the next 30 days, commit to this ritual. Each morning, declare your definite purpose out loud. Visualize its achievement for 5 minutes. Take one concrete action toward it, no matter how small. Each night, review your thinking and correct it where necessary. 30 days. If you do this with sincerity, you will not recognize yourself at the end. You will stand taller. You will speak with conviction. You will think with clarity, because you will have proven to yourself that you are the master of your mind. Never forget, wealth begins in thought. Success begins in belief. Achievement begins in decision. Your mind is your greatest power. Control it before it controls you. Stand up in your own life. Take command of your thinking. Choose faith over fear. Choose purpose over drifting. Choose persistence over quitting. The future does not belong to the timid. It belongs to those who discipline their thoughts and act with courage. Make that decision now. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Now. And when you do, your mind will become your greatest ally, your silent partner in achievement, your engine of progress. Take control. Stay persistent. Believe deeply. Act boldly. Your destiny is waiting for the thoughts you choose today. Please like and share this message.